The Merchant of the Sea and the Mysterious Girl. A heart-touching adventure story. The Merchant of the Tides. Once upon a time, in a bustling coastal city named Marvella, there lived a wealthy sea merchant named Armand. Known far and wide, he traded pearls, spices, and rare treasures from distant lands. His ships sailed across endless oceans, returning with riches that made him one of the most powerful men in the kingdom. But despite his wealth, Armand's heart was restless. He felt an emptiness inside him, a longing for something beyond gold and trade. Each night, as he gazed at the rolling waves, he wondered if the sea hid answers to the questions his soul silently asked. The storm and the song. One night, while returning from a voyage, Armand's ship was caught in a violent storm. The winds roared like angry beasts, and towering waves threatened to swallow his vessel whole. Amidst the chaos, when all seemed lost, he heard a strange melody, soft, enchanting, and unlike anything he had heard before. Through flashes of lightning, he saw a girl standing on a distant rock, her long hair flowing like midnight silk. She was singing, her voice carrying across the storm. Miraculously, the waves calmed, the winds softened, and his ship was saved. Before Armand could shout or sail closer, she vanished into the darkness. The search for the mysterious girl. The memory of that night haunted him. Who was she? A goddess of the sea? A spirit? Or a mere illusion? Armand began asking sailors, villagers, and even old fishermen about a girl who sang during storms. Some whispered of a sea maiden, a mysterious being who appeared to those destined for a great fate. Others warned him never to seek her, for those who tried vanished forever. But Armand's heart refused to rest. He vowed to find her, the temptation of treasure. One day, pirates attacked Armand's fleet near the island. They had heard of the sea maiden and wanted to capture her, believing her song could make them invincible. Armand fought bravely but was outnumbered. Just as defeat seemed certain, Lina sang once more. Her voice turned the sea against the pirates. Waves rose like mountains, swallowing their ships whole. But this time, her strength nearly faded. She collapsed into Armand's arms, weak and pale. The choice. Armand begged her to return with him to Marvella, promising to protect her and break the curse. But Lina shook her head. "The sea is both my prison and my home," she whispered. "If I leave, I will die. And if I stay, we can never truly be together." Tears burned in Armand's eyes. For the first time in his life, he realized there were things even gold could not buy. The sacrifice. Determined to save her, Armand sought the help of ancient texts, shamans, and hidden temples. He discovered that the curse could only be broken by the greatest sacrifice, the life of the one who loved her most. Without hesitation, Armand chose to give his life for Lina. As he whispered his last goodbye, the sea itself trembled. The curse shattered, and Lina was freed, her form turning fully human once more. But Armand's body sank beneath the waves, lost to the ocean he had once ruled. The eternal legend. Lina returned to Marvella as a mortal woman. Though her heart ached for Armand, she honored his sacrifice by dedicating her life to helping the poor, using the fortune he left behind for kindness instead of trade. And yet, on stormy nights, sailors swore they could hear two voices singing together, one the haunting song of the sea maiden, the other the deep, steady voice of the merchant of the tides. They say the sea carries their love story forever, written in waves that crash against the shore, reminding all who listen that some loves are so powerful, they can outlast even death. Sparkle's moral of the story. True wealth is not measured in gold or pearls, but in love, sacrifice, and the courage to choose what matters most. The Island of Whispers. Months later, guided only by rumors and an old sailor's map, Armand sailed to an uncharted island said to be cursed. The trees were twisted, the air heavy with silence, and strange symbols were carved into the rocks. On the third night, as he wandered near the shore, he heard the same enchanting melody again. And there she was, the mysterious girl, standing barefoot on the sand, her eyes deep as the ocean itself. The girl's secret. The girl introduced herself as Lina. She was not human in the way Armand knew. She was the daughter of the sea, bound by an ancient curse. Her voice had the power to calm storms, heal wounds, and even awaken forgotten memories. But there was a price. Every time she used her gift, a part of her life force was consumed. She told Armand that she had saved his ship because she had seen kindness in his soul, unlike most greedy merchants. The forbidden bond. Days turned into weeks as Armand stayed on the island, learning her story. Lina had once been a princess from a faraway kingdom, betrayed and cursed by those who feared her powers. The sea had claimed her, making her its eternal guardian. Armand, who had always lived for wealth, began to feel something new: love, pure and fierce, for this mysterious girl. And Lina, despite knowing their worlds were different, found her heart drawn to him. But the curse was unyielding. If she ever left the sea, she would wither away.